$30 and says, this GDQ is my third and my partner's first. Now I'm getting myself into some running because of it all. Show me those borderland glitches later. And with that, I think our runners are ready. So here is Runbow with MooMooAkai and MunchaKoopas. Take it away, guys.
Hi, everybody.
How's it
I'm
going?
Muncha. This is Moo. Joining us on the couch is Squega, J Hobbs, Ghoul, Railcoon, Ghost King, and Flagglestan. And also we are joined by Alex and Sean from 13 AM Games. Hello, gentlemen. Can you hear us?
Yes, yeah. Can you hear us?
Yes,
Yeah.
perfectly. All right, that said, crowd, are you ready to Runbow? All right, we need our character bids. Who won the donation war? Anybody?
I think Shantae did.
It looks like you're going with Shantae, and in second place is Command Girl Video.
All right.
Perfect. All right. Muncha will be on Shantae. Moo will be on Command Girl Video. We have to watch a short cutscene before we begin. So I guess we'll play the cutscene, and then Tech, if you guys are ready to start. Okay, so
Go
first
ahead.
cutscene. Hold on, we'll do the cutscene like this. So,
Okay.
so hold off. First, the lore.
You need the context.
Little did we know this would be a very bad day.
All right, Tech, are you ready on time? All right, Moo and I will do the gentlemen's. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Nicely done.
All right, right off the bat, we got to do a ground pound because it makes us fall faster. So the main mechanic of this game is that the color in the background will change colors, thus eliminating objects in the foreground, and test our memory. Alex, Sean, would you guys like to give us a little bit more about the game while we proceed through the first level?
Yeah, totally. So this is actually our studio's first ever game, and it was everyone in the studio's first ever video game. So Runbow was actually initially developed at a game jam back in 2014, and obviously the main draw of the game is kind of 9-player multiplayer party chaos, but this is the Behemoth mode, which is like a single gauntlet challenge that's super difficult. And
Okay, I'm fine.
yeah, this can also be played multiplayer, but
For reasons.
it's definitely easier to play in single player, less chaotic.
Looks like Muncha is on. He died, right?
Already.
Yeah, on the first one there.
Okay.
This is the, a lot of the sequences in the Behemoth here are kind of designed in a way that it'll introduce a mechanic and then test you on it, then layer on another mechanic and then test you on that. So, you can see on MooMoo's screen there, it's taking the mechanics that you learned about disappearing 2-color platforms and then applying more of a scrolling color on them. So things are gonna, happen slowly. I like this. I like this.
Yeah.
Yes. The Behemoth is hungry. The Behemoth is hungry.
They're at the same spot now.
Long live the
Muncha.
All
Behemoth.
right, well, let's just cut up. So, the theme behind the Behemoth is, all the different modes and stuff in Runbow are based off of movies and movie posters, and so this one is a monster movie where the main characters will be eaten. So the colors in this one are based off blood, bile, tissue, and
Acid.
one. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that was bile, I guess. Yeah.
And the purple. Oh, veins. That's what it was.
Veins.
It's all kind of gross, but it didn't get us a a bad ESRB rating. This is neck and neck. This is good stuff.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shortcuts in some of the phases. You might see some of them try
Yeah,
to.
like that.
Sorry to interrupt. My music just got turned way up somehow. Could you lower that a bit, please?
Speaking of the music, I do love the soundtrack for this game. It's incredibly upbeat and exciting. And I remembered when Muncha first asked me to play this category, he actually asked me to blind race straight into this. I said, can I play the game first? And I noticed, I was like, wow, this is great energy. I love it. That all got sucked away when I entered this mode. And the music has a very notable feel to it. And and I heard that you guys, I think you took the pitch of A Choir of Men and dropped it down like a lot to get this low rumble.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, and I have to check with Dan, our composer, but I think he took like a children's choir and pitched them down to make it even creepier.
Oh, success.
Got a certain tone to it. Very grovelly.
Right. Mechanic-wise, as you may have seen, we're doing this double jump and then this dash, or as we call it, a triple jump. And those only refresh when you touch the ground or another platform.
Yes, that is correct. You just need to touch it for a split second, and you'll refresh both your double jump and your triple jump.
Yeah, there's some times where you can actually, I guess you'd call it like the magic platform thing, where you can actually run uppercut through a platform and not land on it, but still refresh your jump.
Yeah, the game counts that as a grounded state, and so it just refreshes your jumps.
Oh no, oh no, oops.
Wow. They're back in the same.
Ooh, neck and neck again. This is good.
So the starting parts of the Behemoth is shouldn't be too hard. It kind of ramps up as it kind of gets to the middle, which is sort of like probably the hardest, and then ramps back down during the end.
Yeah, there's a certain part. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
right?
yes, we do.
A certain room.
We'll get to that later.
So I went through a lot of colorful emotions toward the end of this on my blind playthrough, and
Yeah.
I was streaming, but my stream did cut out. So there's a nice 5-minute audio clip of it's probably my most terrible breakdown playing a video game. So congratulations, you guys did it.
Our blind race took us about 45 to 50 minutes, and now we can complete this game in like under 12 if we're good. No, maybe under 13.
Wow. Under 12, I think that's a world record.
Yeah, I mean, my best is a 15, and I know someone that has gotten a 13, and I'm pretty sure like 12 something is possible.
Wow.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I would love to see that too.
Oh boy. So in this room I'm in now, and some of the ones like this, you can actually go for a really fast cycle depending on how far into the room you spawn. So each time you enter a room in Behemoth, your spawn point is a little bit different. So it just depends on depending on your spawn, you can go for different strats, essentially, if you recognize it. But I'm gonna go a little bit slow right now, just to be safe.
Right, and also with deaths, the colors get a bit different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on I guess where you enter, like if you enter a room naturally or if you die and respawn in it, there is a slight timing change.
Okay, so
I also think so. You guys are playing on the original Wii U version,
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
which is a kind of a unique version. I mean, it's since come out on 3DS, Xbox, and then next week is Switch and PS4. But the Wii U version has the single hardest Behemoth in it. So other versions actually had a slightly tweaked Behemoth that is ever so slightly easier.
Do you mean the platforms not existing in that one level, or the spikes rather? We'll get to that.
Oh, that's in the Steam one. That's a funny bug that showed up. There were some other strategies that existed in the Wii U version. I don't think they do anymore. That had to do with being able to jump on spikes if you had perfect timing, but a lot of those were patched out.
So this room, I actually, was one of my favorite rooms because I didn't realize that the ceiling would eventually come down, and it caught up to me partway through, which terrified me. I didn't realize actually a lot of the sections do that. If you fall behind, they start to chase you. because you needed more incentive to go through this, of course.
Ooh. Almost.
Yeah, and you can see Muncha's hopping on top of the platforms there, which is the quickest way to get through, or hopping on those spike walls, you know.
Yeah, I see many people sort of kind of avoid the tops just because they think they might die, but no, you can actually just
You can just stand on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was
Close.
Just a little. I do have to catch up to him.
I mean, we haven't even gotten past the hard part.
Yeah, you
Oh,
might need a couple of tries on that one.
My heart.
Done.
This is fine.
Yeah, actually, I think I don't know if I'd necessarily call it a death threat, but the only thing that we had that was ever close to a death threat that we received was because of this mode.
I mean, you don't have to be mad. It's just a game.
Why you have to be mad?
When I asked Muncha, how long would it take us to do this? And he's like, well, the speedrun achievement is 20 minutes or less, or deathless. You get the same achievement for being deathless or for being 20 minutes or less. But then he also said someone has taken upwards of 8 hours to do this on their first try. I could feel that partway through. I actually was like, this ends sometime soon, right? And then you guys have that, one of those cheeky little death comments is, you're almost 2% done. I hope more than that.
Yeah, those
Those are
you
good.
know, those death chirps I think are one of the they're one of my favorite parts of the game, just because even if you die, there's such a huge array of them that you get to see something funny, and you know, it allows you to kind of laugh at death a little bit. But yeah, 8 hours to run Behemoth, that's pretty brutal.
I think they might have been playing co-op as well, so that could be a factor.
Good quality time together.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Muncha is about to enter probably the hardest part of Behemoth.
Yeah, it takes landing perfectly on those bones, as they are. I think there's supposed to be bones inside the Behemoth. Requires a lot of precision, and you see how these guys are actually uppercutting and kind of rubbing up against them and landing. It's a way to kind of better align yourself, but it is very challenging.
We didn't order this Behemoth boneless.
Yeah.
Remembering to slow down for a split second and land on something just to refresh your air options is so crucial. And you also kind of get something like what Muncha would say is coyote time, where you actually have a little bit of leniency. If you slip off of something, you can sometimes get your jump back from that, or even jump off of it and then keep your double jump as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can double jump and then uppercut, but you can't uppercut then use your double jump.
It's like up B. At that point, you are done. You are free falling.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like Smash, basically.
Okay, so
Okay,
we're
so
just about caught up again.
Muncha and MooMoo are at the same point. Oh!
Nicely done.
See if MooMoo can make it in one try.
Woo!
Oh!
This is a good race.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. This is the first time any of our games have been at a GDQ event, so it's cool to see this.
Okay.
Ooh. This is close.
This room is pretty fiendish. That spike wall is not. It's not forgiving. Ah.
All right. Go.
Things got really tense all of a sudden.
Don't want to
It's
lose this cycle.
intense.
Okay.
Ooh,
Just gonna wait.
Lasers in the stomach. And to think that's what we all look like on the inside.
yeah. When you kind of lay everything out with his like spine and his stomach and lasers and all that stuff, the behemoth really needs to see a doctor.
I mean, is that covered by his HMO?
Yeah, Muncha's running flawless here now. It's gonna be hard to make a comeback.
Let's see, you never know.
Well, I would be very content with surviving.
And making pretty good time so far, I gotta say.
Yeah, 14.
This is awesome. And believe it or not, when we were testing the behemoth, I think there were only 3 or 4 of us who could beat it.
Beat it at like 20 minutes or less than 10
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
The achievement that we have for the game is if you can beat the behemoth in less than 10 deaths or
Or 20 minutes.
20 minutes, you get like a special costume.
Yeah, and there were only not everyone in the office could do it. When we made Runbow, we were actually a studio of 9 people, and the game is 9-player multiplayer. So when we had to test, we had to get everyone on a couch to play. The studio has since upgraded to 13 people, but you know.
So you hired 4 sacrifices to the behemoth.
Exactly.
All right.
It's part of the exam to enter.
I got one more level. I'm gonna finish this up.
Oh, mine.
But
Ooh,
first, let me take a selfie.
Yes, nice.
Done.
Perfect.
Yeah, and this is
This is probably one of the hardest challenges coming up right now.
Oh, get ready on time for me, by the way.
Ooh.
There
Oh,
was
okay.
a platform there. Yeah.
Get ready
You'll
and
jump pretty far.
time.
Nice job.
You did it. Yeah, I did it. Uh-oh. Okay.
All right, and
I'm fine.
Moo is getting in here.
Oh, hey, I made it.
There you go.
Yeah. So this went better than I
One
practiced.
last obstacle.
The hardest obstacle of them all.
Yeah, so Muncha pointed it out to me. You guys made a slight adjustment here, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, you can see there's a lip on the right-hand side.
Yeah,
You can
right there.
Thank me for that. Tom, who's the designer on Behemoth, didn't have that there, so it was almost like a pixel-perfect jump.
Time.
All right. I don't think we've ever finished a race within a minute of each other.
That was good.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys, and thank you for having us, staff. I just want to take a moment to say that MooMoo's been one of my closest friends since I joined the speedrunning community, and it's been a lot of fun doing silly races like this with him over the years. And I'm just super happy and thankful that we got to show off this lovely little platformer for you guys. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having us on. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Stay tuned for more Borderlands, and be sure to pick up.
All right, that was MooMoo and MunchaKoopas. Thanks, guys, for that race. Pickles for Nickels 95 donated $20 and said, "Hi, Moo and Muncha. I hope this donation gets read. Don't die too much or else you'll end up black and blue. Orange, you glad I'm running out of color puns? Shovel of Hope, you do well on the run and have fun." Lucas Welk gives $15 and says, "Love y'all. Let's hit 2 million this event." We have Celine Dijon with $15 and says, "I love this game. I've played many hours with friends enjoying it. Shout out to the majesty that is this game." Okay, thank you, everyone. That's it for me. My name was Arlinia, and up next, I'm going to throw you over to the wonderful Prolix. So, y'all have a good night, and keep on watching.
Summer Games Done Quick 2018 will continue in a moment after these messages. Tokyo Attack presents Raj of the Garage. It's an event you aren't going to want to miss. 24 hours of gaming, including over 100 import arcade machines, more than 18 tournaments, and a casual fighting game room. You can find out more info about this event at rajotg.com. Oh yeah, welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2018. I am Prolix. I'll be your host for the next game. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you didn't want any sleep because we're gonna bring the energy. Yeah, all right, great. I was afraid that Mario would have sapped the life out of all of us, but no, we're great. We're here. We're coming up with Borderlands, the pre-sequel, a co-op any percent run by Shockwave and Amerlin next. And then following that, we'll have the always awesome Bionic Commando, an any percent run by Murphigator. All right, let's get to some donations there to clean up after Runbow. Just while we're still on the topic, here is CMM1215 with a $25 donation saying, "Hey Muncha, CMM here, right behind you. Best of luck in the race. Thanks for being awesome and for being you. Also, hello to my friends in the Nintendo era, like Nanashrew." Donation was to Muncha's Choice. And a $50 donation from Flagglestan. Thank you so much. They said they would contribute 30 more should Moo dab on camera. Missed that opportunity, but thank you for the donation. Regarding our upcoming run, Freezer chimes in with $50 saying hyped for the Borderlands pre-sequel run. I'm donating $50 to see all those glitches. Freezer, you and I are of one mind on this. I'm so glad you brought this up. We still have open incentives for Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and you will be able to contribute to them all game long. Those are the Come On and Slam incentive and the glitch exhibition. We are not closing them out. You are free to continue to donate toward Doctors Without Borders, aka MSF, and while doing so, get even more awesome Borderlands content. On a personal note about the runners, both Shockwave and Amerlin are willing to do silly things for money for charity. So I just thought I'd let you know about that. Now, Amy told me his one caveat is he's not cheap. He demands like 25 plus bucks, but you know, I hosted for their Borderlands 2 run maybe a year and a half ago, and you know, somebody donated asking them to dab on camera, which they gladly did because it was for charity. And then afterwards, they told me how they hated dabbing. So you know, if you want to make them do something they might not enjoy. So I'm getting the stink eye right now from Shockwave. Because we agreed that you would sell out for charity, sir. That's why we're doing this. Okay. Anonymous with $10 saying, Borderlands is one of my favorite game series. Spending hundreds of hours blowing stuff up on Pandora with your friends was a great time.